It's the traditional slot to start the European season. Round 4 of the 2013 FF1M season comes to you from the Italian circuit of Imola, but we call it San Marino just to make it confusing for you. Two commentators, James Brickles from FJR and Courtney Cass from Shake and Bake.
Hello, and fresh from my victory.
Yes, we need to talk to you about that because I did the commentary on my own. And shame, really, because you'd have been a good one to commentate alongside. For
well,
that
probably not, because I would have just been tense, because that was my first victory in ages.
Yeah, you.
And I was just watching the thing, just be like, please don't break down, please. And when it showed Maldonado on the side of the track, I was convinced at first that was Vettel.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, thank God, it's just Maldonado. Screw him.
Well, that result puts Sebastian Vettel, your driver, tied on the championship lead. Well, they should actually be leading because he has a first and a fourth, whereas Kimi has a first, fifth, and an eighth.
Okay.
So you should be ahead on countback. Constructors-wise, you're fourth because Vettel has only scored your points.
Yep.
There's the Imola circuit, chicane infested. Been like that ever since it was in FF1M. It's been on the calendar every season.
Yeah.
But there's a chance that it might be dropped for other races come 2014.
Well, in GP4, has it fixed the hilarious issue at the chicane where in GP3 the cars would just go mental there and just blow up?
Just causing a load of accidents.
Yeah.
There was a bug in the FF2M, I seem to remember. Like, I think one of my cars ended up upside down.
Oh, good. That's always fun.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be saying that if it was real, but hey, and look, another Gajira front row.
Fourth time in 4 races. Raikkonen on pole from Perez second. Hamilton third. He's won at this circuit 3 times, twice with you, and once with Maestro Motorsports back in the Masters era. Grosjean, in his win or bust season, is 4th, and look at Kubica in 6th. That's a very good effort from him.
Driver of the season so far, potentially. Kubica.
I'd probably say Hulkenberg. He's had a cracker.
Yeah, yeah. Also, where the hell are my guys? Bloody hell, 11th?
You got 11th, yeah.
Jeez.
So you got some improvements to make in that race. What other noteworthy drivers on the grid have we got?
Well, actually, 10th and 12th, so...
Alonso, then Button. Not been a bad season for them. They've had a second place in Malaysia, and then a 6th in the form of Button in China. There's your other driver, 18th. My other driver is in 13th, so not doing too badly for me. I think I did focus my testing specifically for this race because it's very twisty and tight. So 5 lights go out very quickly, and Kimi Raikkonen has got a good start, but so's Hamilton. He's in the slipstream of Kimi, and he's got a big swarming pack of cars behind him, and Perez having a look round the outside at the Tamburello, but not quite making it there. So it's Kimi Raikkonen who leads from Perez. Hamilton's looking at second place though, but he's got to watch out because Grosjean is going to take him around the outside at the Villeneuve chicane. Good effort from him. He's up to 3rd. Rosberg 5th, Kubica 6th, Hulkenberg 7th. Werner's gained a position up to 8th at the expense of Daniel Ricciardo. And they all seem to have got through the first few corners fairly safely. It's a 3-stop race expecting, and Kimi's very light, 14 laps. Where are your guys? I've not seen them in the top 8 so far.
I think Vettel was 10th.
Vettel 10th.
Maldonado, whatever. I very much have a one driver approach all the times. I never like 2 alpha drivers, apart from when I had Rosberg with Vettel.
Fairly decent combination, that.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen that in real F1, actually. That would have been a good lineup.
Yeah. Looking on board from Jean-Eric Verne's perspective as he challenges Hulkenberg for 7th. Don't think he's close enough going into the final chicane. He's got a bit of slipstream. Now he's going to wait until the start of lap 2, which everyone is going through. And it's Kimi Raikkonen who leads. Fastest lap inevitably because he started from pole position. Who else would set the fastest lap at this point? Seen others that have done it, having made good starts. What have we got here? We've got Grosjean and Perez. And Grosjean is on the move immediately as he looks to take his 2nd FF1M win of his career, having done so in Malaysia early this season. Interesting, the Gojeras have had 4 1-2s on the grid, yet they've only had 1 win.
Yeah, very much qualifying based, single lap based. Also, I think just these races tend to be a bit of a crash fest sometimes. So.
Yeah.
Which is what we like, though. Otherwise, it'd be boring.
And we've got Verne having a look at Hulkenberg, and at the same time, we've got Ricciardo being challenged by Vettel. And there's the 2 ex-elites behind your man.
Yeah, Verne's been a bit hit and miss this season. I think we were massively dunking on him in Malaysia. We were just like, he gets a podium, doesn't really deserve it.
Bit hit and miss, yet he sits 4th in the championship, just 3 points behind. So
yeah, where's Roman again?
Grosjean has just got the 12 points up the inside into Aqua Minerale. That's a brave one. Nothing coming of that. Grosjean sits 5th in the constructors. But their efforts means that Tornado lead the constructors at the moment.
Yeah. Solid driver pairing, to be honest, I suppose.
Look how much of a gap that Kimi Räikkönen has built up over Perez. 10 seconds in 12 laps.
It's not bad.
That's mental, that.
Yeah.
So Kimi, he's on a mission because he's tying with the championship lead, but it could have been a lot more than that, having started all the races from pole position.
And I feel like maybe I'm going to be commentators cursing him here, but didn't AJ say that the reliability has been reduced or improved by 50%?
Yes.
The unreliability rather has been reduced by 50%, so probably won't break down.
Probably not, but he makes a pit stop from the lead just 12 laps into the race. And yeah, the first race only saw 8 finishes.
Yeah.
And Sepang saw very few finishes, like 10 or 11. And then China, we saw
a few more, I think.
11 finishes. So it's improving.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Take that, shins of the other team.
As Hamilton makes a pit stop as well, so he was light on fuel. Doesn't say much about his race pace if he was overtaken that quickly. There's a swarm of cars in the pits, and Hamilton being held up somewhat. That's an Exelite coming in.
Yeah, he came out of his pit box there like a pensioner coming out of a roundabout, to be honest. It was a little bit slow.
A little bit slow.
Hashtag not all pensioners at all roundabouts.
Sunday driver. Sergio Perez leads at the moment, just 4/10 is the gap between himself and Grosjean. Rosberg up to 3rd, with Verne up in 4th. Perez is due a pit stop though. Already looking good for Kimi Räikkönen, considering that lead that he built up. Alonso 6th, Alguersuari 7th. I haven't seen much of him of this season, as he got that 4th place in Australia, that race of attrition, and then had that retirement, and then another retirement. So 4th place and not much else for Alguersuari.
So that doesn't say much of Perez's pace either, if he only pits a lap after Räikkönen.
Yeah, it looks like 3 stops what everyone seems to be doing. Yeah, very little fuel going on Grosjean. Is he going to try and short fill it? Oh, he's got him. Jumped Perez in the pit stops, who's taken a bit more fuel. As Alguersuari comes into the pits.
We may have a race on then.
Can Grosjean catch up to Kimi Räikkönen? I believe that's the one you're referring to?
Yeah.
Yes. There's Hamilton in 8th position, still behind Perez and Grosjean. And now Perez is surely going to be under pressure from the current world champion, who's got less fuel. During the pits this lap is Nico Rosberg, who's leading for a lap. Is Jean-Eric Verne going to make a pit stop as well and lead a lap himself? Or are they both going to come into the pits and hand the lead back to Kimi?
What's the base shape of that car?
That one, I seem to recognise the front wing. Looks like, if I get a better view of it, it might be the 2001 or 2002 Jordan.
Or maybe the arrows.
Yeah, it's the shape of the front wing. It's sort of goes diagonally towards it. It's very distinctive with the 2001 Jordan, when I think it was the regulations that raised the edges of the front wing.
Okay.
It
Answers on the postcard.
Could be a Benetton. We'll have another look.
Yeah, it could be, yeah. The 2001 Benetton.
Yeah. And having a look at Suarez, he jumped Vettel in the pit stops, interestingly. So it's not going well for you so far.
No. What lap are we at 15 now?
Well, they're having a look into the Villeneuve chicane on board with Hulkenberg.
I'm going to hope that I don't know when Vettel stopped. I'm going to hope it's late.
Yeah.
Probably won't have been.
And we're looking at Grosjean, who is going to try and catch up to the race-leading Gajera of Kimi Raikkonen. 10.7 seconds is the gap. A 10th. So at this rate, he's not going to win.
No. So closing in at a 10th a lap. That's one thing, but trying to pass when you've only got a 10th in hand is not going to be easy.
It'll be interesting to see if he can do anything more about it. If it's a 10th a sector, wait for the intermediate 1 point. According to this, it's after the toes a hairpin.
Okay.
2 tenths, so give or take 4 tenths a lap, he might be able to do something. Jean-Eric Vergne versus Robert Kubica for 6th position. On the outside there. That was never going to work. This is a replay apparently, so has something happened? Could be going into this final chicane. In the slipstream. I think he's going to have a go. Nope, not having a go. Come on, you can do better than that. As they start their 17th lap, another look around the outside. Think you might have him this time. Going into Tamburello. No, he doesn't. Kubica holds on. Good defensive driving from him. And clean racing overall.
It's not a particularly easy track to overtake on, is it?
It's never been an easy track to overtake ever since they changed it in '95.
Yeah. I understand why they changed it though, obviously.
I think it's just one too many chicanes. That I mean, the Tamburello chicane makes sense.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Also, nice one. Nice one, Sebby boy. Just got another 9 positions left.
See what you can do in clear track.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good race for him last time out in China.
Yeah.
Started on the right tyres. Up the inside into the final chicane goes Vergne, and once again Kubica holds on. Now Vergne's got to be careful because he's got a very feisty Spaniard right behind him. And Vettel's caught up to Ricciardo there, so pace is very good.
How many laps did that take?
Not very long.
Mind you, these lots slow because of the battling.
Yeah, Kubica's definitely holding this pack up. And he's definitely driving defensively. And that should give Rosberg, Hamilton, Perez, Grosjean and Raikkonen some breathing space. Grosjean's closing the gap. He's now 7.1 seconds behind. And they're about to... Oh, contact between Vergne and Kubica. Vergne holds on.
That's,
and,
I was going to say, that's...
There was... I think Kubica might have blocked Alonso when coming back onto the circuit, and that has allowed Ricciardo and Vettel through. So let's see here. A bit of moving under the braking from Kubica.
A little bit, but...
Vergne didn't exactly do anything about that.
Yeah. A little bit lethargic.
Yeah, a bit lazy.
Yeah.
So there's the contact, and let's see poor old Fernando.
Oh dear.
Yeah, there was contact between the two. In a real F1, that would probably have broken the front suspension of both of them.
Yeah, or an F1 2019 gives you a...
front wing damage.
Yeah, red front right and completely screws your race up.
Yep. That might explain Grosjean's pace of catching Kimi, as he had less fuel on board. That really wasn't a long stint. So this is probably going to hand the initiative back to Raikkonen, depending on if new tyres are a big effect here.
He's not going to try and force stop, is he?
No. He's taken a fair bit of fuel now, so that should take him through to about early mid-40s.
Right, okay.
So I'm still expecting... Ooh, he's rejoined behind Rosberg. That's bad news. Bad news for Grosjean.
Where's Rosberg? 4th, okay.
So that pit stop has temporarily moved Perez up to 2nd, Hamilton up to 3rd in the FJR Grenade.
The time bomb.
The time bomb. And into the pits comes Hamilton. So he's going to try the undercut on Perez, I think. I need to see how quick Grosjean is on new tyres, and that will give us a good indicator of this.
the interesting technology that your teams have developed is that the steering wheel goes through the front of the cockpit.
Yeah, there was an innovation brought in from last season. I seem to recall that.
Was that with the one where you go through the walls in Monaco as well?
Yes. Yeah, now that was genius. Poor pit stop from Hamilton has 8.1 seconds, and he's miles behind.
Yeah, he's going to catch up to this train in no time, though, I think.
Yep. Grosjean. Grosjean tagging Rosberg, and neat move around the outside as a result.
Yeah.
Cheeky.
Not exactly a traditional overtake, but
Vettel into the pits. Alonso's out of the race with an accident, it seems. So let's see what's happened to him. So that's one Exolite out.
I can hear Whiteley screaming pretty loudly right now.
Oh, his scream at the and Vettel's jumped Rosberg, Ricciardo as well. Down to 13th, but others have still got pit stops to make. Yeah, his scream when Button retired from the lead in Australia. that was pure sadness. Is this going to be a replay of what happened to him as he goes through Aqua Minerale? And going into the Variant Alta. This is where accidents tend to happen.
Yeah.
And he's just... Whoa! He's flipped it! That was the glitch. That's the FF1M glitch. So...
I'd love to see an outboard of that. Not sure...
So, he got his braking a bit wrong. Oh, right on cue. So let's see. Maybe the slightest of nudges, but... Yeah. First roll of the season.
Yeah, I mean... You've got to watch out for those off-the-corner sudden barrel rolls. Freddie should have known better there, Freddie Fonzo.
Yeah. Last seen in, was it F1 2011 at the final chicane in Montreal? No, R Factor. Yeah, that has a case of sudden rolls.
Yeah. There's lots of clips on YouTube of people like running wide over there, slightly over the outside curb and just... back flipping.
Yeah.
Or like was that lean circuit where if you lose your front wing you take off on that one specific part.
Yeah. That was good as well. Poor pit stop from Kimi Raikkonen. That was 9 seconds. I think I could have done that with no arms. He's still in the lead though, from quite a distance from Perez. Grosjean third, and Hamilton all the way down in 8th. But have the others still got to make a second pit stop? Kubica into the pits from the 6th position, that was. So that's a second stop for him. And poor pit stop really didn't really do Raikkonen much good, but I think he's a pit stop ahead of the field.
Yeah.
So this is crushing. And he's slowing down! Kimi Raikkonen's slowing down! No. I think you have commentators cursed him.
Yeah.
So he's out of the race. Perez takes the lead, but he's only 9/10 of a second ahead of Romain Grosjean.
I'm sorry, Gajira. I'm sorry. I'll take responsibility for that one. Just after his pit stop as well.
And it's confirmed to be a gearbox failure for Kimi Raikkonen. Now then, this is the battle for the lead. Gutierrez pits. Not overly relevant at the moment, because we're concentrating on this. Don't have a go into... and that is exactly why you should not have a go into the Aqua Minerale.
This is now the battle for the lead.
Perez could take his first win.
He's got stunt his growth a little bit in terms of... that's...
Running a bit wide at the first Rivazza. He's doing the pits this lap. So Grosjean... Is he going to follow through into the pits, or... there's massive contact between the two. So...
He's just got Grosjean's son.
Grosjean had already made a pit stop, so he didn't need to do that, and he's making a pig's ass of rejoining.
Yeah, he's absolutely... Yeah, that was about... He was trying to make a baguette, but he accidentally made a croissant.
Or pan au chocolat.
Yeah.
Exiting the pits goes Perez, and Hamilton has jumped him. That's second position for the FGR driver, but Perez is on new tyres. So I reckon Perez will go on the attack. And Rosberg rejoined from his pit stop in 4th, so he's jumped Verne. Now then, we've got Hamilton, who is a bottleneck. at this very moment, because Perez, Rosberg and Verne are all over the back of him. And this is basically handing the initiative to Grosjean.
It's funny to see cars behind a Renault and it's not Trulli driving it.
Yeah, but there is a train.
Yeah. The vegan train.
The vegan train. The vegan wrap train. Not the food wrap. And is Verne going to make a move? And Perez is making a move on Hamilton for second position. And through goes the Mexican, former shake and bake driver. Former Shannon driver as well.
Yeah, I kind of don't want him to win this race, just so that he can keep developing, keep getting those experience points.
Are you going to try and poach him back for next season? Or?
I don't know. We'll just edit that part out.
We're looking at a replay from a bunch of laps ago, because there's where we see Perez. Oh, Vettel. We're looking at Kubica dropping back down the order, so Button's taken a position off of him, and so has Vettel. So the two drivers with two T's in the middle of their names are making progress. As Grosjean makes his final pit stop from the lead. Where's he going to rejoin? He might still rejoin ahead of the chasing pack. He's definitely going to rejoin ahead of Perez because he's in the pits. Is Hamilton going to get ahead? No, so Grosjean has maintained the lead after his final pit stop. So now, looking good for his second FF1M win. I'm expecting Perez to jump Hamilton in the pit stops, or at least remain ahead of him. Vettel pits. Right on cue, Hamilton makes his final pit stop from second, but at least he's looking good for his first points of the season.
Really?
My first points of the season as well. That's just how shite it's gone for me.
If you break down now, I mean, you, as I said with Kimi, you shouldn't be breaking down this race now that the stats have been changed. I really don't think there's any way that you could possibly break down here. Same with the other Gajira, I don't think he could possibly break down. Or every car in front of Vettel for that fact, I don't think they could possibly break down either. Vettel will break down though.
Maldonado already probably has.
Yeah.
Verne and Button in the pits. It's the race of the pit mechanics right at opposite ends. There goes Verne. Ooh, just gets ahead of Button. Quicker stop, and Button probably had to be held back so as to not cause another pit lane pandemonium. So the final pit stops are now done as Grosjean leads by 18.4 seconds from Sergio Perez. Hamilton is third. Verne rejoined from his pit stop fourth, ahead of Rosberg. This is the final lap. That was quick.
Oh, yeah.
So across the line for his second FF1M win, Romain Grosjean wins for Tornado. And that will surely kickstart his championship campaign. Perez takes second. Verne took third from Hamilton at the end, but it's points for FJR. Finally! Nico Rosberg takes fifth for Willows, and Vettel sixth for Shake and Bake. And completing the point scorers, Daniel Ricciardo for Willows. First points of the season as well for Horizon. Adrian Sutil in 8th position. That's a good drive.
Yeah, yeah.
He started way down the order.
Oh, blooming Pasta was so close. So close to getting his first points.
Way down the order, only 15th.
Yeah.
Just looking through the other finishes. Both Mitchells finish nearly a lap down, but outside the points. That's 10th and 11th position. So let's see what this does to the championship standings now. Oh, Kimi Raikkonen set the fastest lap, so despite not finishing, he's still quick.
Does he get a point?
No.
No.
Key retirements. Alonso's spectacular role. Kind of wish Whiteley was here as well to witness that. Kimi Raikkonen, Robert Kubica retired with an engine failure, so that might explain why he was dropping back at that rate. Jenson Button looks as if he retired as well, because 6 laps down on the leader doesn't look right.
Yeah, that seems a bit interesting.
And the unreliability, well, 18 cars finished, so that's a big improvement. I wonder if AJ might be wanting to reverse that.
Well, you've just got points though for the first time, so. Yeah.
Yes. Grosjean leads the championship by 4 points from Sebastian Vettel, and Vern's third podium in a row moves him up to third in the championship. So that's, he's actually having a good season.
Yeah, maybe we're being a bit harsh on him.
Yeah. No contest in the Constructors' Championship. Tornado lead by 15 points from Gajera. Mitchell still hanging on to third. So, continuing, well, despite not scoring points, they're still looking good. And Shake and Bake fourth. And everyone scored points.
Yeah, already.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Not bad. So that's the San Marino Grand Prix coming to you from Imola, possibly for the last time. We'll find out when the calendar gets uploaded. Next up, will be the European Grand Prix, and that will be at the Nürburgring circuit. It might be the full Nordschleife, but probably not.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? Wet as well. That would be
13 laps of the Nordschleife. That'd be cool. But we shall see you then.